What's going on, guys? This is Kyle with Legion Certified, and this is my review of the BlackBerry Priv in 2017. So diving right in, the BlackBerry Priv has to be one of my favorite devices ever to be released to the market today. As soon as I held the device in my hand, I fell in love with the industrial design, the business-like feel that you feel when you hold it in your hand, and the overall total design, especially the sliding up and down mechanism that BlackBerry instituted in this device. So when it comes to the design, you have this beautiful 5.4-inch Quad HD display with curved edges that allow you to use a feature that BlackBerry dubbed as the productivity tab, which, most Samsung users might equate that to the Samsung Edge feature. Now, I have to say, when using the BlackBerry Priv, immediately when you put it in your hand, you notice that it has a larger footprint, it is a little bit on the wide side, and when you slide it up and down, you get this satisfying feeling when you slide it all the way up, and when you shoot it back down, it just feels really, really nice and smooth. When it comes to the design of the actual phone itself, this back carbon fiber material that BlackBerry chose to go with isn't necessarily my favorite, but it does make the device feel premium and feel sturdy in the hand, and it does stand up to the test of time. For example, I've had my BlackBerry Priv since release, and I have no issues with the build quality whatsoever. I think BlackBerry did a great job in designing this phone. I think it's one of the best and most original designs of any smartphone that we've had to date, especially now in 2017, looking back, being that this device was released in 2015, and looking back through the years and saying, wow, this still is one of the best designed smartphones out there. So jumping right into the specs of the device, like I said, you have a 5.4-inch Quad HD display with curved edges, a Snapdragon 808 processor, a 2GB of RAM, and 32GB of storage with expandable storage with an SD card, running on top of Android Marshmallow. So jumping right into the software of the device, BlackBerry has instituted this very stock-like Android feel to their skin that they implemented on the Priv. I feel that altogether it adds very useful features such as widgets, shortcuts, the productivity tab, similar to what you might find on a Galaxy phone. In this productivity tab, you can view the hub, you can view the calendar, the recent contacts, and the tasks for the day, and just swipe it away very quickly. I personally feel that this is one of the best implementations on Android at an attempt to make an Android device feel more like a business device and feel more like you're getting things done all the time. And it takes me back to the old BlackBerry days, and I feel that the second I pick up this device, I fall in love with the fact that BlackBerry really took it and made Android their own, and they used their features to kind of implement them into Android to make the user experience better, especially for those who use their phone for business purposes. So now the most standout feature of the BlackBerry Priv has to be the keyboard. When you swipe up on the display to reveal the keyboard, you notice automatically that the keyboard seems a little bit cramped. I have to agree, only because I have larger fingers, but I can definitely type out a full, essay or something on here, no problem whatsoever. Now, when it comes to those all-important keyboard features, the most important feature to me would have to be the Trackpad feature of the BlackBerry Priv. When you're swiping through menus, scrolling through long lists and emails and websites, you can definitely see that having that trackpad comes in handy because your thumb is no longer in the way of you exploring that website, and you can really be immersed in the actual site itself. In addition to having the trackpad feature, you also have keyboard shortcuts and also the ability to swipe up on the keyboard to insert a word that may be suggested towards the bottom of the display. So now I have to mention a promise that was made from BlackBerry when it comes to the security standpoint. Monthly security updates, when they're available from Google, BlackBerry seems to be on top of it every single month, issuing the security updates, no questions asked. And for that, I have to commend BlackBerry. So if security is a big selling point for you on the BlackBerry Priv, then by all means pick one up in 2017. You're not going to have any issues whatsoever. I think the only thing that takes away from those monthly security updates is the fact that in 2017, the BlackBerry Priv is still running Marshmallow. We need Nougat BlackBerry. I know you're listening. I know you're probably going to see this video. We need that on this device. It would help in every aspect possible. Now, here's where a personal thought and feeling of mine kind of rears its ugly head into this review. I think that once BlackBerry sold off the hardware division to TCL so that TCL can manufacture the devices, they kind of forgot about the buyers who supported the Priv when it first came out at launch. You've got these newer devices from TCL, and it seems like TCL is, yes, they're running the hardware division, they're coming out with newer devices, but I feel as if the Priv owners were forgotten. And you know, BlackBerry has taken this device and taking it off their site. It's no longer for sale. And it's a shame. This is a great device in 2017. So now it's time to discuss one of my favorite features on the BlackBerry Priv, and that has to be the hub. It's probably the most important feature that you'll be using as soon as you pick up the BlackBerry Priv. The hub is essentially an aggregated view of your incoming messages, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, text messages, emails, phone calls, everything goes into the hub, and it reminds me of using a BB10 device, which to this day I still use BB10 devices because it is my favorite operating system of them all, and it's a shame that BlackBerry gave up on BB10 devices. Now, I have to mention that the hub on BB10 ran much better, much smoother. It was integrated into the device from top to bottom, and it really felt like an essential part of using the BlackBerry. As an experience altogether, BB10 was an amazing platform. Now, when it comes to the hub on Android, it feels as if it's its own app. That's it. Just an app that you can use to utilize as a tool for you to have all your social media, all your emails and calls and texts all together in one place. And that's okay, but I wish it was better integrated into the actual Android system so that everyday use of the hub will essentially go much smoother and better for the users. So jumping right into the cameras of the BlackBerry Priv, here are some shots that I've taken with the BlackBerry Priv, also a video sample. The 18 megapixel camera on the BlackBerry Priv is great in most cases, still not as good as some of the 2017 flagships such as the iPhone 7 Plus, the Galaxy S8 Plus, but it will definitely do the job for anyone using it as plain old smartphone photography, social media pictures, things like that. You'll be more than happy with the quality of the 18 megapixel shooter. When it comes to the front-facing camera, however, it's 2 megapixels. It's really a joke. I think BlackBerry underestimated the users when they made the choice to put a 2 megapixel camera in there. I think that they made a crucial mistake forgetting that we are in 2015, you know, when this device was released, and most people take selfies. And I think they didn't put any priority onto that feature of the phone because they thought that primarily the people who would be picking up this device were people who would use it for business purposes. But I think BlackBerry still had that mentality in 2015, and that's not the world that we're living in anymore with BlackBerry. You know, it's changed. People take selfies every single day. You have people who vlog with their smartphone. You have people who do various different things, Periscope and all these other apps and things that people want to use, Snapchat. You know, it seems like BlackBerry forgot that there are other users in the world, and they kind of alienated their market in that aspect. So now, when it comes to gaming, the gaming performance on the BlackBerry Priv is really nice. You have that front-firing speaker in the front that gives you good enough audio when enjoying a video or essentially any game that you can play. Here I am playing one of my favorite all-time Android games on the device, and I have other apps downloading in the background, so it does slow down a little bit. But keep in mind, I had about 3 other games installing at the same time while I was playing this, so that I can present the footage to you guys. So right away, you may be asking yourself, who is this device for in 2017? And I have to say to that, the person that's going to buy the BlackBerry Priv in 2017, plain and simple, simply just loves BlackBerry. I personally am taken back every time I use the device, and I love the BlackBerry Priv. It's one of my favorite phones of 2015, and still in 2017 it's still one of my favorite devices ever made. I'm gonna keep this phone in my collection for years to come. I use it every day as my daily driver. I switch between the Priv, the Passport, the DTEC 60, and a few other devices for my daily driver, but the Priv I just keep coming back to because of the design of it and that keyboard. So all in all, guys, thanks for watching my BlackBerry Priv review. Now, because I love the BlackBerry Priv so much, I happen to have a spare BlackBerry Priv that I'm going to be giving away. Now, to enter, the details are going to be in the description of the video, so just make sure you guys check that out down below. So that wraps up my look at the BlackBerry Priv in 2017. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think about the video. Like, favorite, comment, subscribe, follow me on all my other social media networks. Thanks, you guys. Peace.